Hello, my name is Frank Montero with the law firm of Fletcher, Hildreth, and I'm here to launch the first of a series of legal briefs that we've prepared for mentoring and inspiring women in radio. The purpose of these short video recordings are to educate you on a variety of different legal issues that might have baffled you in the past and maybe give you some guidance in the future. One area that seems very, very confusing to many of our clients is the whole process of the purchase of a broadcast station. There's a lot of words and contracts that are referred to, and it can really be very confusing. To help with the explanation, I've prepared a timeline, which I think you'll find useful. Basically, if you think of a broadcast transaction as a timeline from the beginning, from when the buyer and the seller reach an agreement on a purchase price to the closing, it is very, very helpful. The first thing that usually happens is they sign a letter of intent. That's not absolutely necessary, but the letter of intent gives the buyer an opportunity to basically kick the tires and see if they really want to buy the station. That process of investigating the station, called the due diligence period, usually lasts for 30 to 60 days. Then they enter a more definitive contract called the purchase agreement. That is a bigger document, and that has to be filed with the FCC. The FCC has to review a copy of that document and then review the specifications of the would-be buyer to see whether they're qualified to be a broadcaster. That process at the FCC can usually take, say, 6 to 8 weeks. I've put 45 to 50 days on my timeline here. Then, after that, if everything isn't fine, you get FCC approval, and you could proceed to close right away. Although sometimes the parties decide to wait an additional period of time for that FCC approval to become final. And what that means is that it's no longer appealable and is, set in stone. Then, once the FCC approval is issued, and if you decide to wait to finality becomes final, then you can proceed to closing. That whole time period can take, say, 150 to 160 days. All the time periods on this timeline are approximate. Then, once you've closed, and that closing means the buyer pays the money and the seller signs all the closing documents to transfer title, then the station belongs to the buyer. The FCC has one more requirement, and that's that within 30 days, the buyer has to file an ownership report showing who they are. I hope this information has been helpful, and I look forward to our next presentation in the near future. Bye-bye.